We're going to look at a little bit of video here of Rudy Giuliani turning himself in down in Georgia yesterday in advance of Donald Trump surrendering today. It really did become one of these media sideshows, tracking Giuliani out of his car and at the jail and trying to interview him and so on and so forth. Rudy Giuliani taking a page out of Trump's notebook and attacking prosecutor Fani Willis, saying really the wrongdoing here, it's not any of the co-defendants against whom there's evidence. The real wrongdoing was the prosecutor Fani Willis. Here's Rudy Giuliani speaking after his surrender yesterday.
Fani Willis will go down in American history as having conducted one of the worst attacks on the American Constitution ever.
And as you can see, Rudy almost in tears.
When this case is dismissed, she has violated people's First Amendment right to advocate the government, to petition the government for grievances, like an election they believe was poorly conducted or falsely conducted. People have a right to believe that in America. Biden and the Biden state doesn't have a right to tell you what the truth is. And number two, and I will tell you, if you need to know what this is all about, the FBI stole my iCloud account. And
this is really about iCloud.
I went and stole it the day that I began representing Donald Trump 4 years ago. They gave it back the day after I represented Donald Trump.
Mr. Mayor,
so for all that time, the federal government was spying on Donald Trump and his lawyer. I am being indicted because I'm a lawyer, as is
Mr. Mayor,
Professor and everyone else.
Mr. Mayor, last month.
Why do we
Mr. Mayor, right here. Mr. Mayor, you effectively
Mayor, will you be here tomorrow?
Oh, by the way, you're wrong. I didn't do that. I entered into a stipulation for the purposes of that case to move on. I specifically says I do not in any way admit the truth of those allegations. Those allegations are totally false.
You did not.
Do you still believe the election was rigged, Mr. Giuliani?
That is absolutely wrong, and you're lying, as you often do. If you read it, it says it was only for the purposes of that case, and it was not an admission.
You had the opportunity.
Still believe that the election was rigged? Mr. Giuliani, do you still believe that the election was rigged?
Opting not to answer that question, do you still believe the election was rigged? Once again, the Rudy Giuliani mugshot, truly a historic image. I mean, if we talk about stories of falls from grace, self-inflicted falls from grace, the Rudy Giuliani mugshot, which we have up on the screen, it has to be near the top of that list for major political figures in the United States. It's hard to imagine a more precipitous fall from grace. From Time Magazine's Person of the Year to arrested, mugshotted, and soon to be prosecuted until some of the same statutes he used against mobsters during his work as a prosecutor decades ago. Giuliani also adding that he is honored to be involved in this case, which, most people who get arrested aren't honored. Usually you're not.
Paid for your jet down here, Mr. Giuliani.
Comment.
Do you regret attaching your name to the former president?
By the way, I'm going to play that again. Who paid for your jet down here? And Rudy says no comment.
Paid for your jet down here, Mr. Giuliani.
Comment.
Do you regret attaching your name to the former president?
Do I what?
Do you regret attaching your name to the former president?
I am very, very honored to be involved in this case, because
it's been an honor to be arrested alongside you, sir.
This case is a fight for our way of life. This indictment is a travesty. It's an attack on not just me, not just President Trump, not just people in this indictment, some of whom I don't even know. This is an attack on the American people. Right. If this could happen to me, who is probably the most prolific prosecutor, maybe in American history.
There you go. The most prolific prosecutor in American history. If they can do it to him, they can do it to you. And then it's always like, we know they can do it to you. They do it to you and me and just random people who aren't elites all the time. The refreshing thing here is Rudy's not above the law. Trump is not above the law. All right. So we are going to be live today starting at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time with Donald Trump's fourth arrest. He will be booked at Fulton County Jail in Georgia. I hope some of our new viewers who found us last night will be joining me and we will see you then. But this is the beginning of a long saga, and we have not heard nearly the end of any of these stories.